Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an exciting match. We have an ESDL matchup here between Natural Selection and Bandle City Elites. I am your host, Faoline here, joined by my casting partner, Apsxs. Apsxs, how you doing today, bud?
Doing pretty well. How are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right, man. This is going to be a little bit of an interesting game. Usually the ESDL does host matches around the high platinum, low diamond elo, but today we have a silver average game coming in here with a couple subs, but we do have one gold player. So I'm pretty interested to see what kind of things are going to be able to come out from these two teams here.
Very interested as well. Looking at the ranks, you said there is one gold, I believe you said. I'm not sure what side is that on. That is for...
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be on the side of Team 1. I believe that is the Bandle City Elites. Let's find out here. Because they don't have their team tags. Usually whenever people are playing in the ESDL, they have their team tags, like some form of abbreviated name. They don't have that.
I'm going to ask in the chat real quick. Oh, okay, you already did.
Anyways. Just getting some things set up here. We're waiting for the two teams to go out with the ready checks. Telling us the guy that's saying they got to start the game in the next couple minutes or one of the teams will lose a ban. Everybody is here. We're ready. I'm ready. Apsxs is ready, and everybody else here is ready. We're just waiting on the teams to actually submit the ready check and start the game up, so we can get into the picks and bans here. Not a lot of information is known about these two teams, but we do have the pick and bans phase started up here, so we'll get into that. The new patch is live, right? We're on 10.11. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Very cool. So that's going to mean 80 carry buff. So will be interesting to see what the 80 carry bot laners are going to be picked up here. If we're going to revert to more like a traditional style ADC, looks like we are seeing some bans. Jinx is going to be the first ban picked away here.
Jinx is a very strong ban for the ADC role, considering the fact that, especially early game, she can be very damage worthy if the support is playing the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who questions my ability? Wukong, not a surprise.
Yeah, Wukong is just so incredibly annoying to deal with. Like, I don't even know if it's fair to give him 2 knockups on his ult when he already had 1. Like, I don't know who decided that that was going to be okay, but they did, and I don't like it very much.
Riven and Victor. Victor has always been a very strong pick, actually, just for the sole fact that if you know how to play him, I mean, his little laser is god. Like, damage output on that is unreal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, there's a reason why Doublelift will forever be memed by everyone, just because he walked straight into Crown, who was playing Victor, and just immediately died to him. I mean, it was absolutely just disgusting damage. Just here you go.
I really want to know which team is which. That'd be very useful information.
Yeah, I do too. I am going to say, like, just looking at the way the game's going, because I remember casting Natural Selection before, but they had subbed in Sakato Uchiha, who was a really exciting player, but I don't remember any of the other players' names. I'm going to reach out to the ESDL staff members and see if I can get a roster.
Yeah, I'm looking right now to see if I can find who they are.
You know, sometimes hastiness does come back to bite you in the butt here. There is not a way for you to spectate the match yourself, unfortunately, just for the competitive integrity of a league, and you can only have 4 spectators, I believe, in ESDL. Usually covers those last 2 spots when we have 2 casters.
I'm gonna open a ticket real quick and see if I can figure out what these teams are.
Yeah. I reached out directly to the player advocate, but still, we do see Misfortune picked up here, being paired with the Blitzcrank, so they're already picking up their bottom lane. Blitzcrank paired with the Misfortune is going to be a pretty deadly combo with the ultimate. Blitzcrank will do a lot of lockdown. And then also as well, we're seeing Sivir come back into the game. Sivir has been basically a ghost for this entire season just because ADCs are so weak. And now that they've basically buffed the item Runan's Hurricane, giving more movement speed and attack speed, they crit ADCs with that health buff they also received are now going to start coming back into the game. So it is exciting to see Sivir finally make her way back in.
Yeah, Sivir has fell off for a very long time. The only time I've ever really seen her played in the past 3 or 4 patches was in Earth, when Earth was around. Now that it is back, and she's very strong in Earth if you get Static Shiv and Infinity Edge, but seeing her in a tournament scene is fairly new. But that Nautilus support should really be able to... The tank versus tank is going to be interesting bot lane, but I do think the Misfortune outscales Sivir.
I don't know. I think Sivir has the scaling edge here, especially in team fights. There's a reason why Reckless still has this weird ability to be able to play Sivir, just because if you can farm to late game, the ricochets with the boomerang blades is just going to be absolutely massive.
This Warwick Jax combo is not going to be easy to deal with either. That is the fear and the stun from Jax together combined. If ganking and in team fights is going to be super hard to play against, considering the fact that as of right now, one team only has 1 tank, which is Nautilus.
Yeah, at least we do see a tank. A lot of times in these lower elo games, you don't see too many tanks coming out, but still, standard team fighting is so crucial when you come to these 5v5 like team focused and tournament style matches. You would need to have some form of peeling for your team. You have some form of damage soaking. Jax does have a way to mitigate damage with his Counter-Strike. Warwick is very tanky and does heal a lot back with this kit. So it is good to see that there, but I still would like to see a little bit better of a tank coming out. I mean, Blitzcrank kinda, but not really. But it will be the Cinder picked up as well. So it looks like a little bit of a standard team comp coming out from Team 2 here, who we don't know if they're Bandle City Elites or Natural Selection. We just don't know. Maybe one day we'll figure it out.
I do feel that Kayn is a very strong pick, actually, considering the fact that Kayn can be used as a tank and a very high AD scale.
Oh, yeah.
I actually played against one earlier that had like 26 kills, like 13 or 14 minutes into the game, and I mean, he just, everybody that appeared was gone.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
I actually...
So if played right, this Kayn could be the turnaround of this game if he can dodge that Jax E.
Especially if he goes blue Kayn too. I casted a game yesterday, and it was absolute disgusting damage. Blue Kayn specifically was able to delete everybody off the map. I believe it was between Wisdom and Space Jam, and the jungler from Space Jam just went absolutely bonkers on the enemy team.
Yeah, the Kayn is well-played. Kayn is nothing to mess with at all.
Yeah.
And I do believe Kayn would win the early game up till about 10 minutes if played properly and doing good farming and everything. Should beat that Warwick early game, but that Warwick is definitely going to be annoying late game.
Right, absolutely. And speaking of that, I do favor Team 2, the red team's team composition in the later games and for team fighting, just because they have more durability and they have ways to mitigate damage. Like Akali wants to go in and do a lot of burst damage, but Jax with this Counter-Strike going to be able to mitigate a lot of that. And then Syndra is a very crucial pickup here too, because she has the ability to press R and delete mini squishy targets from the game. And if you look at the side of the blue team here, you see Kayn is going to be squishy, especially if he goes blue Kayn. Sivir going to be squishy as well, but has a spell shield. But Akali and Zoe both will be able to are susceptible to that ultimate from Cinder coming out.
Very true. And if this Blitzcrank is able to pull in that Kayn and the Jax is able to stun early team fight, that could be a huge pick that could be used very harshly against that other team.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Nautilus has a lot of pick potential. similar to the Blitzcrank here. We've seen this a couple times in the LCS with Ignar specifically. He wants to play Blitzcrank into these hook champions just because he has a little bit of I have a better hook champion or I'm a better hook support player or something. But when it comes to my games, whenever I'm playing, I favor having Nautilus over Blitzcrank just because Nautilus has a lot more tankiness and peel. Blitzcrank is very effective. Yes, he just pulls people to him, so he's able to get a lot more picks. Something about Nautilus has a lot more favor to me.
I believe so as well. Actually, Nautilus is probably more appealing to me as to a Blitzcrank as well, for the sole fact that Blitzcrank can pull, but if your teammates aren't ready or expecting and you pull that person in, it could go bad for your team quickly, as where Nautilus pulls himself to that person or stuns that person and just puts it in a position where the team can react on time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, we just have under a minute here left for our spectator delay, which is going to be able to preserve the competitive integrity for these players. Again, this is the ESDL, so this is the minor league of esports, right? They have Overwatch, they have League of Legends, and they have a couple other games that they are developing talent for, because a lot of times when we see professional League of Legends go to international tournaments, and even in the LCS specifically, you see the bottom teams have a lot of trouble against these top tier teams like Team Liquid, Cloud9, TSM. Well, not Team Liquid last season. It was pretty horrible. But we want to be able to develop this talent, and ESDL provides a way to do that. So if you're looking to play games, if you're looking to get yourself, improve at the game and understand what it is to be a part of a team, then please sign up. You can go to ESDL.com. Link is going to be in the stream as well as in the description of the stream. For anyone watching wanting to get into that. And I did get a ping back from the ESDL player advocate. He will inform us which team is which. That way we can start getting some quality casts up in here.
Yeah, because it'd be very nice to know before this game starts which team is which.
We just want to know. I want to know. Can you show me? Sorry, I apologize to everyone who had to hear that. Except for you, Apsxs. You're.
I am. I'm stuck with it. I don't think I've ever seen that Nautilus skin.
Yeah, Nautilus Skane Subterranean looks scary. Looks like we're not going to have a Blitzcrank in this game, though, because definitely not Blitzcrank is being played. So a little bit of a surprise champion coming out of there.
Right.
So I think everyone should 9 times report the Kane for not wearing a skin in this game. Everybody else except him has equipped some form of skin. There we go. Okay, so I have been informed which team is which. Bandle, natural selection. The top, so left back. So who is left back? So left back.
Left back is on US next team. So the Bandit Silver, the Kane, Nautilus, that's...
So that is the Bandle City Elites, and then the bottom team here is natural selection. So that helps.
Yes, it does.
Now we know. Now we know which team is which. We're just waiting for the game to load up now. The competitive integrity spectator delay has been completed. We are just waiting for the game to load up here. Should be just a couple more seconds for y'all. But then we'll get into the hype commentation of this match, seeing exactly who's going to be able to pull out ahead in this best of 2 series. League servers are crying right now, trying to load up everybody into this game. They've been having issues ever since the pandemic that is COVID-19 hit the globe. All right. Game is almost loaded up here, just waiting for the final touches to be completed. All right, the game has now loaded up. Both teams are ready and both teams are here. Again, this is an exciting match in the ESDL. This is week 3, so not a whole lot of weeks left for this game. But as I'm trying to get everybody hyped, we have a pause. There was a little bit of a disconnect, which does explain why the game took so incredibly long to load.
Yeah, that does make a lot more sense. I was very confused on why that was happening.
It's like, please, Lord Almighty. Now, Bandle City Elites have picked 2 magic damage. One is an assassin, one is a mage. But Zoe basically has pick potential, and if you get caught out by her abilities, especially the Zoe bubble, then you're pretty much dead. So, a lot of burst magic damage coming out of the side of Bandle City Elites. Like, we're back. Let's go. Okay, the pause is going to resume. So now the game is going to get started up here. Again, going to have standard buys from both teams. Now we're just going to see, you know, what the strategies are going to be coming out from these guys.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, so Blitzcranks love to invade. He is going to be spotted on a ward here, so shouldn't be able to get anything done here. Boomerang Blade, both parts of that is going to land. So, Blitzcrank, you better get up out of there, bruh. You're not stealing away any buffs today. So, Apsxs, what do you think about this top lane matchup here between Jax and Akali?
Well, I believe, personally, I think it's actually interesting because Jax has his jump, but Akali has her, I think it's her Q, where she's able to throw out the blades. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm not sure. I think Jax wins this with a stun, honestly, early game, if they got into an altercation early game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jax just has the damage mitigation to be able to deal with the Akali in the early games. But once Akali reaches 6, though, I think it's gonna the tables are gonna turn, and Jax will have to basically sit back. We even see that he's picking up the corrupting potion here, really one of the favor of these early trades, and we can see that already trying to go in with the counter strike.
It'll most likely be in this Jax's best interest to get ahead early game against an Akali.
Absolutely. Blitzcrank is going to miss his hook, so Nautilus will land his easily, and that's going to be a health lead in the bottom lane. Blitzcrank already losing to this Nautilus. Oh, the misfortune has been caught up, but they got level 2 first. They can't fight this. Sivert is level 2, but Nautilus doesn't have his abilities. Jax, having his counter-strike, wanting to go in on this Akali, is tracking her through the Twilight Shroud there, but taking a lot of damage. Need to be really safe here. Nautilus going to catch out the Blitzcrank again. Misfortune placing down her slow zone will dissuade that engage from happening any further. And a lot of action here in the early game. Jax has a low health, but still wants to go in on this Akali. Not sure what he's trying to do here. Auto attack will do some more damage. Jax needs to play safe here.
Yeah, Jax is playing super aggro for having such low health. And I don't think he has the power early game like that to really shuffle that for him. Yeah,
I really don't think so. I mean, but we do see the junglers, both of them on their top side, seeing the action that's happening here in the top lane, wanted to be ready for both of their top laners if need them. Spell Shield is going to be able to get the Sivert to safety, and Nautilus will get a counter engage onto the Blitzcrank. Sivert is a great ADC counter into the Blitzcrank with that Spell Shield. Basically, they're on almost the same cooldown timers.
Her range for her Q is actually very far. I didn't realize how far that was. I haven't seen her play it in so long. Yeah,
it goes forever. Nautilus going to get an engager, but Warwick is here. This is a 2v3 gank. So Flash going to be used. Warwick does want to get in, able to get the fear, and that is going to be a hook landed onto the Nautilus. That will be first blood over to the Warwick here, picked up, so should be able to get that lead extended to the other lanes now. Jax wanted to go in here for some more trades. Kane is available here in the top lane, looking for a little bit of a dive. But the minion wave is not there to be able to let that go through. And Sivir is basically low mana here now. She's not going to be able to get any trading done. Doesn't have any abilities to be able to use there with that low mana. So it's going to have to rely on getting the spell shield procs. But I would like to see her base. Jax wants to go in a little more onto this trade. Is level 4, so that's going to be level disparity. But is able to have a little bit of health available. No, the Akali is going to be able to heal up. And Jax is going to get away with just a sliver of health chugging that corrupting potion.
Ooh, Blitz hits his pool.
Blitz actually did hit his pull, but the Warwick is going to be here for another gank. He's basically setting up a tent at this point. Is going to catch up the Nautilus. The Fear is going to land flash forward from the Blitzcrank, wanted to get that knockup, and that's going to be a kill given over to the bot laner here for natural selection. The Velna the Kitten is the name.
2-0 leads, not looking too good there for the bot lane. Bot lane getting ganked twice in a row, and both times leaving with a pick.
Yeah, it really feels bad, but this Jax wants to go in onto this top lane. Akali here does win out in the trade battle, having the turret to back him up there.
I really feel like if he would have finished, he could have finished that.
I think so too. I mean, he was there, but Kane does want to make his way over to the mid lane here. Smite going to come out as well, but the bubble will not land. Jax really want to get in, getting the counter strike. Is this going to be the damage? One more auto will be able to do it, but no, the healing from the Q. Akali is going to be able to get that kill picked up.
Wow. First kill for the side of natural selection.
She needed just one auto, but here comes Warwick wanting to get the damage in on her. Is going to be able to use his ability to teleport, but Akali is level 6 now. We'll be able to get away with the ultimate dashes. So well played there, but the Warwick is still hunting. He has a lot of movement speed with this passive there. Does he want to go in? The Twilight Shroud is available to keep the Akali healthy. Oh my. Warwick smelled blood there on that one.
Very, very risky play from Jax. Being as low as he was, I do understand the power that Jax does put out, but you also have to understand that Akali, you have to give her respect. She does heal for quite a lot when she does use her abilities, which made him lose that matchup there.
Yeah, I mean, she was only 10 health, so I mean, one more auto would have done it. I feel like he had it. It's just Akali just coming in clutch with the Q there to get the healing.
Looks like there's going to be an altercation near bot lane. Kane coming down towards Blitzcrank, clearing a control.
Right. Is going to be caught out here by the Nautilus as well, and that's going to be Boomerang Bland landing, and that's going to be the passive proc from Blitzcrank, so we'll get that extra shield, but now that's going to be down.
I think that's the best case scenario to happen right now for this bot lane, considering the fact that they're behind a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, Nautilus is going to land another ability, and that's going to be heal used from the Misfortune, trying to keep Blitzcrank alive, but no. The autos will come in, and that is going to be a dead support. So Dragon pressure up now.
Clearing out that lane. If this Kane goes in on this Warwick tries to go in on Kane, this could be a bad fight for Kane, considering the fact that
oh yes, it's going to be flash forward within Silver, using it aggressively. Wanted to show that ADC buffs are real, and now we have agency in these games.
Bot lane made a great rotation there. Very smart play by the bot lane to move up right there and help that Kane. I don't think he would have won that one-on-one, and that gives him Dragon priority to possibly take this first Dragon of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be so crucial, it being an Infernal Dragon, allowing them to survive the early game power that Bandle City Elites does have in their champions.
This will also give Jax a little bit of a buff over Akali to hopefully turn this game around in his favor here, because right now it is not going very well in his favor.
No. But Nautilus needs to be careful here. I don't know if he has the health to be able to land this engage. Boomerang Blade is going to land onto the Misfortune, but Blitzcrank is here to dissuade most of that gank, and that was a pretty good trade here from the bottom lane. Jax still wanted to go in. He is so power hungry. It's looking like he only sees red against this Akali, even with the low health. It's not very smart. But, oh, this Misfortune barely gets away from the Nautilus hook there.
Yes, being a Jax against an Akali top lane and being behind, it's a very risky move at all to go in at all, but I do understand that he is trying to back her off a little bit by lowering her health so he has the ability to farm better, considering the fact that he can't when she's close range like she is now.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Akali wants to chase down Jax. Is going to be caught out. Warwick is here, though, to give his teammate a little bit of help. And there's a fight going on in the bottom lane as well. Ignite's going to come out, and that is going to be Nautilus and Blitzcrank both falling here. But Sivir should be able to clean this up. No flash away from this Fortune. Popping the heal, want to get the extra movement speed, but that's not going to help out at all. And looks like the Jax also did fall in the top lane.
Akali. Yes, he did. And Akali was able to escape by using her ultimate, getting away from that Warwick.
Oh my!
I personally think if she would have stayed there with the health she has right now, she probably would have won the 1v2. Honestly, with how low Jax was.
Yeah, I have to fully agree there. And it looks like Bandle City Elites is able to start pulling themselves a little bit of a lead here. Now up 1,500 gold.
Yeah, sitting pretty comfortably here. Still waiting for their jungler to get 6. Once Warwick gets 6, it's a whole new ball game for these ganks. These ganks are going to come in a lot harder and a lot faster.
And sometime soon, Kayn should start being able to have the ability to transform. And we'll be curious to see which form he wants to go with. I would like to see a red Kayn, just because there's not a whole lot of tankiness on the side of Bandle City Elites, but they might be able to compensate for that with this Akali being able to outplay this Jax in the early game.
Yes, Kayn's level 7. I don't know what put this Warwick so far behind. I'm not sure. I figured he would at least had 6 by now. The Kayn has 2 levels. Yeah, now he has 2 levels. He had 3.
Yeah, definitely very interesting that you point that out, because he was able to get a lot of ganks onto the bot side, but that is going to be Akali going in onto the Jax, who stepped too far forward again. Flash is going to be used, but Kayn wants to go in. Flash is going to be used with the Kayn as well, and that's going to be a dead Jax. So Kayn starting to pick up some pressure and really capitalizing on this Warwick not being level 6 yet.
Yeah, that's the first kill for Kayn, along with an assist, and his farm is looking pretty well. He's out farming the top laner on the other team as well, so that's not looking good at all there. Jax is one of your main pressure appliers and one of the strongest people on that team as of right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Ultimate going to be used here by the Akali. Wants to get the damage onto the Warwick, but that's not going to be able to come with the kill follow-through. Zoe has now made her way up to the top side here, trying to pressure this tower, allowing her teammates to safely back. Oh, Nautilus actually going to be caught out here. Blitzcrank hook is going to land. That's a lot of damage onto the Nautilus, but they are turning onto the Misfortune. Ultimate used at a great time, stopping the Misfortune ultimate from happening. That is going to be a kill picked up onto the Sivir as well. This might be a double kill. No, the passive is going to keep Blitzcrank alive. So Sivir now. Yeah, I think it's Sivir's back. I'm actually excited to play now.
That was an amazing amount of damage put out by her, and a great ult by the Nautilus to stop that Misfortune ult, save the team right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was perfectly played. Read him like an open book.
You know, not a lot of action from Syndra or Zoe in the mid lane.
You're right. But a little bit of a farm lead for the Syndra, about a full wave ahead of the Zoe.
Very much so. About the same around the items. I think Syndra has one more item she has a rod for. And boots. But not a lot of action. These two must have like some sort of pact or something that they're not going to fight until level 10 or something.
Right, GG Gentleman's farming game until like level 11 or something like that.
Right. I've done that before. People that do that are actually really cool.
Oh yeah, super fun. But Jax still looking to go in on Akali. The Counter-Strike doesn't help you a whole lot against Magic Burst like the Akali. Nautilus Hook not going to land onto the Misfortune. She'll be able to walk away with her Strut ability.
The Akali's ability to move away and kind of jump away at any time is kind of really banging that Jax, because she procs that E, and that E pops, and then she just moves away until it stuns, and then she goes back in.
Now, Warwick did try to come up a little bit onto this bot lane, just trying to play some vision, but there's a control ward there, so that will be safe and cleared out, but the Rift Herald is going to be started up here by the top side. Bandle City Elites looking to take that early.
I think that could be a really good turning point for the team, actually, being they're ahead by a little bit of gold, almost a K gold lead. They're ahead by 3 kills, but you know that could turn around at any point in time. You do have an MF and a Blitzcrank with a Warwick running around in the jungle. Jax is not doing too well, but we haven't seen anything out of Syndra, so we don't know how this game can turn out at all.
Yep, and flashed away from the Blitzcrank there is going to get into safety. The Warwick still hovering in this bot lane, has effectively set up his little tent here that he has, and that's probably why he's so behind, is because he's still constantly trying to come to this bot lane and not getting a whole lot for it now.
Nautilus is going to engage, trying to go for steal the dragon.
Yeah, but the Warwick will be able to pick up that dragon there. My game froze a little bit. I wasn't able to see it, unfortunately. But Zoe going to be chased up here. Flash used by the Warwick. Wanted to catch up to her, but the Blast Cone will be able to get her to safety. And that's Misfortune just walking into a brush with the Sivir. That's surely going to be dead for her. That's a huge critical. 265 damage will clean her up. And now we have a rampage onto the ADC here from Bandle City Elites.
Two teams players fall. Nautilus fell over trying to fight for that dragon and lost the dragon as well. Warwick picking up the kill. And then that Misfortune walking face first into that bush with low health put that team behind as well, giving Sivir another kill, which is not good, knowing Sivir is now back in the meta.
Yeah, Sivir can be incredibly strong. It looks like those health buffs are working out perfectly. And it will be an Ocean Soul, which is considered to be the best dragon in the entire game, or the best Dragon Soul in the entire game. So that's going to provide a lot more sustainability and kiting potential to whichever team can pick that up.
Agreed. One dragon on each side, though. There is right now. 1 second.
Okay. Let's see. Looks like just some standard resetting here by both teams. Not want to give out a whole lot, but Warwick is going to be caught out here. Blitzcrank is here to save his teammate. Akali will not be able to run away with the ultimate that Blitzcrank will be able to pull out, but she's just using her fancy feet work, staying alive way too long. Blitzcrank holding his abilities for a little too long. Only was able to pop the Ignite, but now Nautilus is here. Going to catch out the Warwick. Zoe is going to try and get some of the damage, and Akali is still here. Ultimate coming out from the Nautilus will catch out the Warwick here, but Warwick is able to get himself to safety, ulting over to the Akali, who did eventually die, and Zoe going to fall as well. Looks like a better rotation and collapse coming out here from the side of Natural Selection. Good job on them.
Very much so, and like I just said a minute ago, we don't know how this game could go. I did say that the red team really needed that dragon because they could turn around at any point in time. We were really relying on that Syndra and Zoe to see how this game was going to go, and just like that, they're only down by 1 kill instead of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the Warwick is going to fall in the bot lane. That's going to be Kane getting caught out here, but the ultimate is going to be used to probably keep him safe. And the Sivir is here to follow with the auto attacks, but no ultimate available for the chase. But the Nautilus is going to be able to catch the Blitzcrank, and he will surely fall now. Misfortune going to run away with the life using the strut ability.
Again, just like I said, went from being ahead by 1 and 2 and 3 and tied it back up to one kill ahead, and now they're right back to where they were at the deficit. I think the team fights need to be a little bit more strategic instead of pushing back to an area where they thought people were low.
Yeah, absolutely. And I am seeing Nautilus going in pretty much every single time he sees a hook potential, which can be good, but it's more of a feast or famine type play style.
Very true. It can be very, very bad at times if he hooks somebody that's not ready, and the team is not there to follow up.
Yeah, just not available.
But at least he is landing his hooks, though.
Yeah, this is very true. The Akali might have caught out Zach a little bit here. Counter-Strike is going to be used. Now, Akali will go in with the ultimate, and that's a lot of damage. She's level 11, and Execute comes out. That's going to be a solo kill in the top lane.
It was just like I said. She waits for that E to pop, zooms out of the way, and goes right back to him as soon as it goes off, and just finishes right there. Just a complete counter.
Oh no, Nautilus, you went in without your team. There's no follow-up, but the ultimate is going to be used trying to catch the Blitzcrank. Kane going to try and go in on the Syndra. Does not have the ultimate available to be able to finish that kill. So a little bit of splitting in priorities. They still want to go in on this blue buff, which is slowly but surely regenerating his health. They're just unable to focus it down. Looks like Kane will eventually be able to pick that up, and Warwick, level 8 into this game against a level 12 Akali. That is not something you want to try and defend a tower against.
You know, at our current state in this game, I'm really looking in the favor of Natural Selection here for the win. This Syndra's making me a little bit nervous. She's had 2 assists, hasn't died or hasn't got a kill, has Luton's Echo already, and just finished her boots at 135 farm. I feel like she's going to come in and just destroy everybody in a team.
Yeah, absolutely. But Akali did fall to the Warwick and the Jax here. There was enough CC from the Warwick ultimate being used as well, the Jax Counter-Strike, so able to lock her down.
We also saw a smite out of Warwick there, which if people don't know, for the people that are new, smite puts your smite, a smite on a champion puts your smite at a longer timer than it would if you smited a monster.
Oh, really? And then that's going to be ultimate use on Zoe, barely able to survive there. But now Kane is here. Flash forward use and Smite wanted to get onto this Warwick. Ultimate's going to come out as well. Has a little bit of damage, but the misfortune is here. Blast Cone will not be used just yet, getting the Warwick to safety. And Blitzcrank Ultimate going to pick up the Kane, who steps too far forward. But the Sivir is here. The auto attacks are huge. Syndra is going to be able to save her teammate, but no, the Boomerang Blade actually is going to be able to pick up the misfortune here. And now Sivir free firing on the backline. Oh my goodness, Nautilus flashed in front of the hook to save his teammate, but Syndra is still coming up huge in that fight for natural selection, but Nautilus is absolutely reading natural selection like a book.
That was an amazing flash by that Nautilus to know and predict that pull from Blitzcrank like that, and step in the way of his ADC to get him to her to safety. Unfortunately, she did not get to safety, but what an amazing effort by that Nautilus.
Yeah, absolutely. If the Cinder was not there with the follow-up damage, then that would have been a safe Sivir. But you can tell that the power from this Bandle City Elites team is in their side lanes, because Zoe just kind of stayed quiet, not doing a whole lot, and Kane is doing some things, but I think he's stepping a little too far forward. But Akali and the bot lane is where it's at.
If the Bandle City Elites can secure this dragon, that will put them at a very good position to finish this game out a little bit early.
Yeah, absolutely, but Akali might have caught out Jax here. He just needs one more auto, will die. Yes, the execute from the ultimate will catch him out. And they are trying to set up for this dragon.
Fight Dragon Pit, hopefully. 3-on-3 as of right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Engage with nobody there to follow him up, possibly.
Yeah, but Blitzcrank Hook did miss. That's not going to be... But Blitzcrank is going to try and catch up the misfortune here. Ultimate already used, so not available. Looks like the Nautilus will actually fall. Unable to get anything done there. And, again, Bandle City Elites flubbing the team fight there.
I think there's way too much hesitation between that team right there in these team fights. They're going to go back in here.
Yeah, they are going back in. Kane wants to try and get damage, but Heal's going to be able to keep the misfortune alive. That's a lot of damage. Syndra's almost dead. Just needs one more auto. Yes, eventually will fall. So this will be Bandle City Elites coming back into this team fight. Jax is here teleported, but Akali has his number. He will surely fall, and this will be Ocean Dragon going over to Bandle City Elites with a clean ace.
I was just about to say that was a very poorly hesitated team fight on the side of Bandle City Elites. There was so much hesitation that Nautilus fell in cold blood, and then out of nowhere they just come around in 4v5. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, they're just like, it's fine. It was a bait the whole time. We don't need Nautilus here for that fight.
We heard what you said. Let us show you what we got.
Yeah, like it's fine, bruh. It's fine. Now the gold lead extended here to 4,000 for Bandle City Elites here. Blitzcrank Hook sadly going to miss. That had no chance of landing in the full minion wave. Now, the bottom lane here, look at this. 9-1-5 Sivir and an 8-2-3 Akali. They are going to be able to put this team on their back. I do not see natural selection able to overcome this mid game. They're going to have to turtle until late in order to have some kind of fighting chance against Bandle City Elites here.
You see, the team that has... I believe the Bandle... No, I'm sorry. Natural Selection's two top players are both high-end gold trade outs. Like, they have good bounties on their head. I feel like if they can close out a team fight here, they might be put back in a position where this game is possible for them.
That is true. That's almost that's 850 gold worth of bounties there. So if they are able to claim that, that will be huge gold. Blitzcrank Hook and a miss. Well, Nautilus is going to be able to punish him for that. That's going to be a lot of damage. Syndra E going to come out and push the teammates away. But that will be a very good punish there on the side of natural selection. Blitzcrank, you got to land those hooks.
Health deficit there. Blitzcrank is having a lot of trouble landing these hooks, actually, to be completely honest with you. And he's had multiple opportunities to pull in the ADC early game, and he just whiffed. And those are things...
Oh, no. The damage in the top lane is way too much. Jax thought he was safe with his Warwick jungle helping him, but no, will surely fall to the burst damage from this Akali.
Power out of that as well.
Absolutely. Blitzcrank is here. The Shuriken did land, so Akali does favor herself, wanted to go in. The knockup is going to happen. Kane is here. That's a lot of healing onto the Blitzcrank. Where did he get all that from? But eventually he will fall to the ultimate from the Kane. Did you see that? I was so confused.
He was not dying. Something was healing him. He got pills.
Hey, he had food pills. He was a shinobi. It's totally fine.
Well, we got tier 2 mid lane here. Possible tier 2 top very soon, depending on how this fight goes between MF and Kane, and we're about to find out here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the corner, the window is slowly closing on natural selection. The gold lead now almost 7,000. So with this happening, it's basically going to be natural selection has to pull the trigger, and they have to collect these bounties. Now with 600 gold, 400 gold, and now Kane has himself a 350 gold bounty as well, so they have to pick out these priority targets. Warwick going to blast code himself over into two enemies, and that's not going to be very good for him. Ultimate's going to come out and able to kill the Warwick off, and Kane, with the red Kane and the knockups available, wanted to go in onto this Syndra, but is unable to find the damage. Blitzcrank is here to dissuade some of that. Ultimate going to come out from the Syndra as well, and that is going to be some bounties picked up here. Is it Akali going to fall? Looks like she will. Yes! Look at those shutdowns coming in huge for natural selection.
That just put the gold lead to 3K instead of 5K where it was sitting before that team fight.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive what shutdowns can do for you. And especially, it looks like those kills were picked up by the Jax, I believe. At least one of them was. Let's see. No, Blitzcrank shut down. And yes, Jax was able to shut down the Akali, picking up 600 gold for himself on top of the 300 gold kill. So feels incredibly good. And now Natural Selection has built themselves up some pressure, so they have the right to go start contesting some of this lane pressure that Bandle City Elites has been putting on them.
You know, 10 kills here in difference. Bandle City still has the gold lead here, but with the way things are playing out, like I said, I'm really thinking that the Syndra is going to be able to pull through for this team with the damage output she's producing here.
Yeah,
Team's
absolutely.
not doing too well. The only person that's positive on that team, even Misfortune, but positive is Syndra, and Syndra seems to be really being the back line here for the damage here.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But still, crucially, the Sivir is still alive, so Shuntide Gold still available for her, now increased to 450 from 400. So the farm lead also is incredible. Look, 179 to 148.
5K gold difference again. Just straight securing that gold difference here. This dragon could put either Bandle City in a good position to get the soul, or it could put Natural Selection at an opportunity to keep the game going.
Yeah, but it looks like Natural Selection isn't even going to try and contest this. It will be a free dragon going over to Bandle City Elite. So now they are on soul point, so they just need one more dragon, and that will make it that much easier to close out this game.
Very much so. But if we can fight it out here and get good picks here, I believe the Syndra could really pull it off before they have the chance to get that soul. If they do get that soul, the game is looking pretty rough unless they pull a Baron.
Oh, yes, but the Akali might have bit off more than they could chew. Her team is here, and that is going to be Jax slowly falling. Yes, it is. Nautilus is going to be able to take him out and double kill over to the Kane, so able to claim some of that gold. But Akali, very scary there because she almost fell.
If this Baron is secured by Bandle City, I believe that this will be the game here.
Yeah, I could even consider it a game, almost a game-ending push. But Syndra and Blitzcrank wanted to make their ways over here. They are going to try and attempt to steal, but I think they need to just back off and concede it so that way they can defend what will be left of their base.
Flash ult coming in from the Blitzcrank here.
Yeah, but looks like we're going to be able to keep himself to safety. Heal going to be used by the Sivir to keep herself alive because that ultimate damage from the Syndra was huge. But Blitzcrank wanted to pull over the Akali. I don't know what you're doing there. The Ignite does come down. Nautilus making his way over as well. So Blitzcrank biting off a little more than can chew. Everyone's recalling, so this is a battle of the supports. Blitzcrank is just going to boost away and see you later.
They just had a gentleman's agreement to back off and not do it.
They're like, I don't think we can kill each other because we're just hooking supports here. Let's see you later, guys. Yeah. Auto it out for days. But it's interesting, though. The Blitzcrank actually has a level lead onto the Nautilus, sitting at level 11 over level 10.
Very true, but he does have a larger farm lead and assist lead. You know, the Warwick seems to be struggling a lot in the jungle for farm here compared to the Kane. Almost a 56-59 deficit here. You know, it's very crucial that no matter how bad a jungler is doing or performing, that they farm and make sure that that's one of their main priorities, no matter how tanky.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at this, level 15 on the Kayn to level 11 Warwick. So the smite difference is huge. Warwick doesn't have the right to contest any of these objectives, and you can see that being very evident with 3 dragons over to Bandle City Elites, and now the Baron on top of them. Kayn needs to get with the rest of the team. They're pushing for Baron, and he's sitting there trying to farm up the wolves. Not sure what the mindset there is.
I believe he's letting the waves push out with the Baron buff to buy him some time to get some extra items. I believe he's trying to finish his build here before they have another chance to push.
Okay,
Or get
okay.
as close to finishing as possible. Finish another item at least.
He's already got 3, but he says he wants 4. He needs to have more items to do more damage. He's not blue Kayn, he's red Kayn. So that's what it is.
Very much so. If that was blue Kayn, this game would be over.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's 100% true, but the tankiness is needed up a little bit. But the Syndra gonna catch out the Akali, having to go into the Zhonya's, but that will be Akali following the ultimate of Misfortune, able to pick up that kill. So that will be Akali dead, and now it's a 4v5. I do not think the Baron is gonna last long enough to be able to get an inhibitor down.
You know, it's kind of crucial. You know, a lot of people don't really, obviously you get like 126 gold or something like that from it, but a lot of people don't understand how crucial it is to actually have the River Scuttle in favor of your team for not only that boost, but that vision.
Yeah, that unremovable vision is incredibly important. Just you're always knowing what's going to go on there. Blitzcrank waiting in the wings here, might trying to get a pick over here onto the Kayn, but is just going to back away. I feel like he could have done something, but maybe just hesitant to pull the trigger there.
Yeah, that's one of those moments where the Blitzcrank pull would have came in handy with 2 people pushing against 4 people to be able to pull that stun out of there and get the first pick. That would have been very good in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, just a reset coming in. The Baron buff has worn off here, so no inhibitors falling with this Baron. You have to wonder where the mistakes were and how they're going to be able to close out this game. Probably just going to look to play around Ocean Dragon Soul, which will be up in about 30 seconds. So I think that's going to be the win condition. Once they have a 3 Ocean Dragon Ocean Soul on top of what they have, they're going to be able to live in these team fights forever.
Very much agreed. And if this soul does come through, one of the best souls there is, on top of the Infernal Soul, I really do think that this will be game. There will not be a chance for them to pull back. There will not be another Baron in time for them to pull.
Agreed. The Syndra might have been caught out a little bit. Haven't used a flash away to get away, but Akali wants to flash herself to get in on this. Misfortune is here to help her teammate. That's going to be a stunned up Akali. Ultimate used. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out, and she will fall. Syndra able to clean that kill up, and Zoe trying to get something happening for her team. Nautilus hook going to land onto a minion, so it's not going to be able to catch anyone out, and that is going to be Akali dead for her team. Blitzcrank able to land the huge hook onto Nautilus, going to catch him out, and Knight comes down, and Misfortune will pick up that kill. So now looking natural selection, able to turn the corner a little bit, get themselves back into this game. But the Dragon Soul did go over to Kayn. Enough time was bought, so that will be a lot of healing coming out now. I feel like the window now is starting to shut back again.
The very poor decision there for the Akali to go in on that Syndra and the 2v2 opportunity. I do understand she makes damage, but it would have been better as a distraction just to make them push back to secure that dragon rather than to lose a death over to them and give them that ability. And especially to somebody such as Syndra, who's already doing enough damage as is and positive on their team. You know, that Syndra is going to be the death of this team if they win.
Yeah, point-and-click ultimate that just does a lot of damage. Kayn getting pulled in here by the Blitzcrank, having to go ultimate onto him to keep himself safe from the damage. But I think Warwick stepped a little too far forward. Misfortune going to get caught out as well. This is a low team. I don't think they had the right to be able to take this turret, and that's going to be Kayn chasing down the enemy team. Going to be able to use the abilities. They're so low. I feel like at any point they're going to fall. Kayn still healing so much. He's at full health after getting pulled in by the Blitzcrank, and now that's going to be Jax getting chased out as well. Will the ability come through to get the knockup? Yes, it will. That's going to be one more auto counter-strike coming in, but abilities will be able to have the damage coming through, and that's going to be Bandle City Elites looking to take an inhibitor now.
Very far overstep there. Syndra was able to get out of there alive, but that Syndra does not have enough damage to stop this. And unfortunately, they did not do a lot of damage to that tier 2 tower either. They didn't, even as a team, they were not doing a lot of damage to that tower. Yeah,
I just think they overstepped a little bit too much, but there is no wave here, so I don't know if they can end, but they are still trying to do so.
They're trying to end it.
Yeah, now...
Oh, they decided to step back. I feel like the Akali could have tanked that between Akali and Kayn.
Yeah, but the death timers just didn't seem to be too much, and now Zhonya's having him used to counteract the ultimate here. Twilight Child will get the Akali to safety, so Only one Nexus Tower remaining for Natural Selection. They're going to have to defend this with their lives.
You know, I think it's very crucial. I believe Team Natural Selection is going to try to get this Baron. I think it's very important they secure this Baron if they want another chance at getting this game over with here and being able to prevail victorious on this other team.
Yeah, absolutely. Baron's going to be crucial. Warwick still sitting at level 13, unable to get anything done for his team. So the smite steals are going to be less and less likely the farther away you get from your opponents here.
Very true. And it looks like we're going to have an engagement before a Baron fight. And the winner of this, if Team Natural Selection falls here, this is definitely going to be the game.
Oh, yes. I would love to see one more huge team fight because both these teams are suited for it with the Sivir Nautilus and the Misfortune Syndra. I really want to see a team fight come out of here from these last two teams to close it out.
Kane able to spot out all these controls and wards. If he can get them all out of there in time. He should have targeted that regular ward first.
That's what I would like to see. Doesn't have a controller to be able to clear that up, but does want to go in a little bit here, trying to catch up the Warwick, saying, hey, I know you don't have a lot of ability, but here it comes in. He is going to go in, landing the knockup. Ultimate used as well to get some more distance gap closing. Ultimate from the Warwick, how to use to get him away, but Kane is actually pulled in by the Blitzcrank. That's a lot of damage, and Kane actually will fall. Syndra picking up the Warwick on the other side. That's going to be both junglers down for both teams. And Blitzcrank looking to get some more picks as well. Sivir, you might actually be caught out here by the Jack. Spell Shield is not going to do anything for you. That is a lot of damage, and that is Sivir caught out. So 3 dead on the side of Bandle City Elites. Natural Selection able to get something back.
That Misfortune with a 950 gold shutdown bonus from killing that Kane as well is going to play a huge determination role in this final team fight coming up here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And now look at the gold lead. It's still stagnated at about 5,000 gold. So
they need Baron right now. This is the only time. This is the only chance they have.
Yeah, this is the go button right now. Still 40 seconds on the Akali. Yeah, this is everybody's got to hit go right here.
Do they have enough damage to finish it in time, though?
I don't know. Warwick is making his way over, so the execute will be possible with the smite, but Kane is up in 2 seconds.
And Kane coming up, he's going to be able to drift through the walls. It's looking like they might have enough to finish it just in time, but it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. The Bandle City Elites is making their way over here. Nautilus trying to do what he can. I feel like they should just turn on him, but they do want to focus the Baron, and that will be Baron going over to Natural Selection, clawing their way back into this game.
Very important that they got that Baron. That was a very good move by the team there. I think it was a little bit of a late decision, but they definitely, the important factor is that they did get the Baron there.
Yeah, absolutely. Their base is very low as well, but are going to be able to get back in time to clear out these super minion waves that are here. Oh, and Elder Dragon is actually up in 1 minute. If Bandle City Elites could pick up this Elder Dragon, that would surely be game for them, as the 20% health execute is going to be massive.
Very much so.
Could you imagine if Sivir ricochets are just coming into the team fight, everyone's 20% low, and then Elder Dragon starts executing everybody once the ricochets hit? That would be so satisfying to see.
Yes, it would be. And to see this Sivir actually get the win here in game number 1 would be an amazing thing. But I still think I'm going to have to hold my favor over to Team Natural Selection.
Still holding the favor here. Blitzcrank is going to pick up the Nautilus here, but just going to walk away after getting a knockup. So that was a little bit of engage. I don't know, man. I'm siding with the Sivir here. I love seeing old AD carries come back into the meta and still be relevant.
I believe this Kane and this Sivir do deserve this win, and I do feel like they will get it, but I got to stand with my team here, man. I really think that this Syndra and this Jax is making a pullback. He's actually worth gold to kill right now in this Misfortune with that 950 shutdown gold. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I do too, but Natural Selection is not in a position to be able to contest this dragon, so it looks like it...
Play it fast.
Yeah, so much damage coming out of the Elder Dragon.
That's game.
Oh no, yeah, they picked it up. Jax is trying to split push, but Blitzcrank has made his way over here. Is not going to be able to land any pulls, so Kane just trying to base so we can contest this Jax, who is split pushing heavily into the top lane here. That's going to be a teleport used from the Akali, trying to catch up the Jax here, but Jax looking like he actually wants to go in. He's level 18 somehow. I don't know how that happened, and he has Guardian Angel. Wanted to be able to live a little bit, but that's Counter-Strike going to be able to get him to safety. Kane does have the health lead, wanted to go in, trying to wall walk his way into that. Try saying
I
that
think
5
it's
times
kinda-
fast.
This is a perfect example. I don't think that this Kane should be chasing this much. I do know he can secure the kill, but with the GA up and everything like that, I don't think it's smart for this Kane to solo push out like this, not knowing where the other players are.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but he is going to go in for it, and he will be able to get that execute damage. Elder Dragon doing double the work there, taking out both the GA and Jax. That was 800 gold over to Kane, so... Lots of damage coming through. I'm really enjoying. It's just so satisfying whenever Elder Dragon kills somebody. Just like the pop up. The first time it happened in my game, I was like, "Oh snap!" I feel very, very powerful now.
Right. I don't know. See, this is the interesting thing. The higher games that we cast 2 days ago, I don't think they were as interesting as this game is.
There's so much action in these lower games, just constantly
Really?
fighting back and forth.
Right, and that's all they care about. It's not even about the farm until late game. It's all about just getting the early leads for lower ranked people, and I completely understand the damage output's great when you have the lead, but...
Sometimes you just need to close it out. And now the inhibitor respawned as well, so super minions are not going to be pushing this base. This team has to understand that they have Elder Dragon. They have the team fighting advantage. They should just, you know, push the go button with Nautilus ultimate. Kane still farming up the jungle. Okay,
Never
now
stop. That's what a great jungler does. Never
always
stop.
always farming, right? Even though
Right.
you're level 18, your smite's going to do as much damage as it ever will. Blitzcrank just trolling a little bit, trying to get some cooldowns, essentially on cooldown. And I do believe the Elder Dragon buff persists until death. So they don't have to worry about it timing out like the Baron buff here, but Kane does want to go in, trying to catch up this Blitzcrank, is going to be able to get the knockup. Zoe here as well, but the damage is not going to land. Nautilus trying to land his hook as well. Ultimate used onto him, and that is going to be a dead enemy champion right there. Blitzcrank surely will finally fall, and now this is an outnumbered team fight. They should be able to get this win here now, being able to push into the base.
Smooth, easy pickup here. The only person they should really be fearing right now is that Syndra, because if they can't frontline, look at that damage from that Syndra on that Nautilus. Oh
Yeah,
my.
absolutely huge. But look at Jax here trying to do a backdoor base, pulling out the old school Expeke here, but Nautilus able to land a lot of damage, trying to go in with the ultimate hooks, but Syndra will pop her ultimate onto the Nautilus, so that's going to be dead. I feel like this is just a little bit of a ball drop here from Bandle City Elites.
It's very crucial that these Vandal City elites actually push through to distract so that Jax can keep pushing so they cannot back and go back and like kill him. You know, that was very good on their part, the 3-man push against a 4-man, knowing they were outnumbered but keeping them from recall and giving their Jax the time to get that inhib.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And now Baron is going to be coming up in 30 seconds. That's surely going to be the objective worth fighting over now. And crucially, the Elder Dragon didn't do a whole lot of work as it was supposed to. I feel like with this Sivir and Nautilus, you have a great team fighting composition. Just press go, right? But no,
Okay.
Jax.
You know, this gold lead is being closed up very fast. You know, almost a 11 kill lead here. And the gold is really not that far apart.
Yeah, and as we start cresting these 70k gold accumulation for both teams, gold leads start to fizzle out because everyone's going to start building full items. Now we have 4 items onto the Misfortune, 5 items built up for the Sivir. So Bork just running to come through, but that Kane wants to go in as well. This is a teleport going to be used from the Jax here, and Syndra's on the back line, going to be able to get a lot of damage. Misfortune ult is going to come out, not able to pick anybody up, but is going to get flashed on by the Kane. Jax went a little too far. That's a lot of damage onto him. Kane almost going to fall, surely, but able to stay alive for a little bit longer. Guardian Angel is going to be able to give him a second chance into this game, and that is going to be Bandle City Elites coming up into the team fights. Only Syndra left. Is she going to be able to pull off the 2v1? I don't know, but Zoe is here. That's going to be going golden, so Zoe should be able to get the bubbles here, but Kane will pick up the kill, and that is a lot of team fight damage coming out. The clean A, so this should be an inhibitor picked up.
You know, I put my vote on that Syndra there because that Syndra, we've seen it right there. That was a great display that she is an amazing backline when it comes to putting damage out.
Yeah, absolutely. She had so much damage in that team fight.
Securing a huge lead here in kills, almost 13 kills. Something like that. I think my math's off. I don't know.
No, 13 is right.
Yeah, there we go. 13.
Yeah. You graduated. You know.
Yeah,
You're
I
good.
did. Barely. I got it.
But now 4 members down here for natural selection. But the inhibitor that Jax was able to take earlier is coming into effect. You're having to draw the pressure of the Bandle City Elites to protect their base.
Very much so, and I believe that it's pretty even right now. Honestly, they both have an inhib down. The Nexus towers are the only difference we have right now, but one of them's at half health, and they slowly regain over time.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a pretty close match.
It's still pretty close, but the favor still goes to Bandle City Elites with that Ocean Dragon soul available to them. Now, Second Elder is alive. Usually, once you see Second Elder, the game is pretty much over. So, both teams looking to make their way over to it. Natural Selection is here on the rotation first. Wanted to get in on this damage. Akali is still farther away than Cinder, so are we going to be able to see a Smite Steal, still level 18 under the Kane, level 16 Warwick? The Dragon is falling slowly. That's going to be Teleport coming in. Kane wants to get in on this, and that's going to be Blue Team actually taking the Dragon. That's going to be stolen away, and Kane going in onto the backline doing a lot of damage. Counter-Strike coming in, and Elder Dragon doing so much work into this team fight here. Yes, that is everybody popping, and that is going to be a dead Jax and a dead Misfortune. Triple kill for the Sivir, and that's going to be a game right there, ladies and gentlemen.
What amazing ultimate by Misfortune. Right there in the Dragon Pit. Everybody came over the wall, was unable to go anywhere from being stunned back against the wall, and a perfect ultimate just absolutely shredded the team and gave them that advantage to get through that fight.
Yeah, absolutely. But Misfortune did unfortunately fall. Just the Kane just able to live with that Guardian Angel. It looks like Silver's just going to solo win the game by herself. The death timers are too much. Zoe and Sivir here now taking down the Nexus, and this is going to be Bandle City Elites going 1-up in this series in the ESDL match week 3.
Great game from both sides, though. An amazing game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a little bit of flubs back and forth, but the team fighting was very exciting to watch, especially that those last two when the Elder Dragon was taken and then everybody started popping. I mean, it was just pretty much game over from there, and so satisfying again to see the Elder Dragon do work in those team fights. Okay. And it looks like both teams will keep the sides that they were on before. A little bit of confusion on the team rosters here. Okay. Just waiting for everyone to load up for this game too. But man, that was an exciting game 1. So much kills, so much damage, and still, even in the end, coming down to the wire, even though Bandle City Elites had a huge lead in the early game.
Very much so, and I really think we had those team names mixed up, even though we were told which ones were right, because somebody in chat's saying Natural Selection won.
I wonder if they're just maybe salty, because you know what? Let's see here right now. Which team is which? Okay. Let's find out. We gotta know, because to me it looked like the Bandle City Elites was the one with left back. Right. Team 2 is Natural Selection. No. Did we get trolled? I feel like we've been trolled. Hold on, let me go back to my Discord because I'm pretty sure the player advocate told me. Let's see. Bruh. So that is Natural Selection was the team that was actually coming out on top there. This is why it's a little crucial to use team tags when you're going into these games, and at least let the casters know like which team we're casting for, because we're like, Bandle City Elites is going to go up 1-0. No, actually, correction everybody. Natural Selection is now up 1-0. Good for them.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Everybody's fake. I don't know. I don't even know what team I rooted for. I don't know who I was for. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This is
2020. Like the progressive coming out. in everything in today's day and age. You can be whatever you want to be. And you can even change it mid game. We see people being fluid now. So apparently this league game was fluid to us. So
very much so. Okay, so US next is team selection.
That's yes, that's team natural selection. That is what we're seeing now. Okay. And looks like they will be doing a side switch also.
I am going to take a 30-second break to grab a new bottle of water and a cookie because they make cookies. So I'll be back.
Ooh, cookies.
Yeah, peanut butter chocolate chip. Boom. Be right back.
Bruh. Lots of craziness going on right there. You can't swap mids during the tournament. Still waiting for the teams to sort out the roster situation going on right now. So I'm going to play a little bit of music, and I'm going to grab myself some water as well. So we will be right back.
I'm back. You might be okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're getting game 2 loaded up in the picks and bans. Okay, now we're being trolled. So we're waiting for the picks and bans phases to get started up here. Both teams have said that they are ready. Now we're just trying to get everyone in here for the picks and bans phase. But again, after that exciting game 1, it's going to be very crucial to see how these teams are going to react.
Yes, my cookies and milk is very good, but I am super excited about this next game after a dominating first game from Team Natural Selection.
Are they fresh cookies?
Uh-huh.
Bruh, like,
they're soft too.
oh no, so they just came out the oven too, so they're like ready to go. I mean, like,
on the outside and soft in the middle. They're amazing.
oh,
And then
so
got milk.
delicious. So delicious. The Nestle ones, like the pre-made or like they made from scratch 100%.
That's what they were. No, they're like Nestle peanut butter chocolate chip cookie dough rolled up by us and gone in the oven.
Sounds so delicious. You know what? I'm gonna go get me some after this game.
I'm playing some League after this game. I'm being inspired.
Yeah, I'm expired to play ADCs again. You guys have no idea.
Right.
I've been an ADC main for like 7 seasons now.
I'm running up to CVS. You want anything?
Yeah. Going out to see, you want,
Cookie dough.
please, let's go. So check this out. So now we got some bans picked up here, right? So Kane banned away from the side of now that we know Bandle City Elites was not the team that played the Kane last game. It was actually natural selection. So Bandle City Elites opting to get rid of that Kane because they realized it was able to do way too much work against their Warwick. And Akali banned away also. So trying to really target some of that early game pressure that took a lot of power on them. And also picking away the Nautilus from natural selection, looking like they want to have that pick potential, and they prefer that over the Blitzcrank, who just unfortunately wasn't landing anything in the previous game.
On the other overlay, when we get into the game, you got to change the one from Vandal City Elite side to natural selection.
I did. Yes, I think I did.
Oh, when I was looking at it, it said that it was on one on Vandal City because you moved the names to the other side, and I think you forgot to move the score.
I'm gonna double check real quick. It's gonna look bad, but I'm gonna double check. Yeah, natural selection. Yeah, they got 1.
Okay, cool.
They're up 1. Things are going good.
Sweet.
Sweet. Yes, sir. Doing good things.
There's my cookies and milk.
Whole milk too. Can't be 2%. Skim milk doesn't even. It's not even milk at that point. It's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what to say to that, but okay. So Oriana and Morgana picked up here, so they're going in a completely different direction from last game, picking up more control mages and wanted to have the black shield available to counteract the Nautilus here. And Caitlyn is going to be the ADC picked up as well. She received the buffs that came out in 10.11, so having extra health, and she does like to build rapid fire cannons, so we'll have more mobility on her to be able to have the extra kiting come out now.
Very much so. We actually seen a Caitlyn in the Platinum match we casted the other day, and she was very, very powerful late game as well, and we were really excited to see that.
Absolutely.
I'd also like to announce that my amazing girlfriend is going to make me cookies from scratch.
Oh, so she heard on the stream that you got some Nestle cookies. She was like, not my man. He's about to have some real cookies.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
You know, that's the way to do it. Now we see. Well, I upgraded. I got the wife version, so she does, all the amazing things that a girlfriend does, but,
Just as a wife.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Now
she just can't leave you this time.
Right. Like, I locked it down. I made the right choice. Now, so many great things. So many great things.
Right.
Garen as well picked up and Fiora, so we're seeing a lot of differences from game 1. Wukong will be banned away, trying to pinch that jungle pool that is remaining, because junglers still have to make their picks here.
I'm super excited to see this Fiora-Garen matchup because Fiora is one of the most technically and difficult skilled champions to play in the top lane, especially if you have such an easy champ like Garen.
Yeah, absolutely. Garen just is able to use whatever button he feels like. He's got a shield. He's got a silence with some extra damage on his auto that actually works on towers for some reason. I don't know who allowed that in the Riot Development Center, but his ultimate does true damage just because he feels like it. I mean, Garen is just absolutely ridiculous, not to mention he heals whenever he's not taking damage. And now we're going to see Ashe picked up here going into the Caitlyn, which does have a lot of potential with the kiting and with the slow. So if they are able to catch Caitlyn, she will be pretty much dead, especially with the enchanted crystal arrow coming out as well. Master Yi is the jungle pickup here. So they realized that the Warwick wasn't cutting it for them. They need to go a little bit easier. So Master Yi, you build 2 items. Rage Blade and the Blood Razor jungle item, and you're able to just do whatever damage you want. Also, you can pick up a Bork if you need to. But man, does Master Yi do some insane damage late game.
Nah, Definitely agree there. I was actually about to say this. So the biggest matchup for me right now in bot lane is Ashe, and Ashe is the first champion you get for free on this game. And if you know how to play her, she is amazing to play against any character.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ashe is just, she's always been strong, and patches determine if she's going to be S tier or if she's going to be B tier. But I've never seen an Ashe like drop below B tier. She's always relevant because the slows and the utility you get from her vision with the hawk shot and the stuns with the enchanted crystal arrow. It's just always able to bring out something with her. But J4 are going to be picked up as well. So the original Wombo combo, J4 and Orianna, put the ball onto him, and he will make an arena of Cataclysm, and then Shockwave will come down. That's going to be amazing to see if we can see it pulled off here in this game.
Very much so, but we cannot underestimate this Malzahar's stun. His ultimate is just played right. Malzahar is just an absolute monster. Like, just if you know how to land his space aids along with his minion, hit that ultimate, they just shred, man. They shred. They
do shred. They are able to pull out a lot of damage, and it's actually disgusting. And we'll have to see which target is going to be prioritized here. I would like to see it onto the Fiora, though. Maybe that will be the biggest threat there, but it will be interesting to see what targets are going to be the subjects to the Malzahar suppression.
Agreed. And, you know, Fiora being such a hard skill champion, like I was saying earlier, it's very hard to play around to Garen because Garen has such a speed boost when he Qs, and his E puts him speed as well. And it's in order for Fiora to correctly put out damage with her ultimate, she has to circle him and stab him from every angle, which is going to be super difficult.
Absolutely. I do give the ease of execution award to Bandle City Elites here. Master Yi, Garen, Nautilus, very easy champions to execute on. But Fiora and Morgana, just a little more higher in the difficulty tier as well. Orianna's more of a control mage, so you have to get used to how her ball moves because it's not instantaneous. It does have to travel with the attack command that it has. So will be interesting to see which team is going to be able to execute their comp.
Very much so, and Orianna is one of those champions where it's super difficult to play her for newer people because everything she does is revolved around her ball. Her ball is using every single ability that she has, and it's what puts out the damage for her. So learning how to use that ball correctly and when to use it is actually technically very skilled and takes a lot of talent.
Yeah, absolutely. But if the natural selection team is able to execute their comp properly, I do favor them in most stages of the game. Early game, I do favor them with the Ashe and the Morgana bot lane, and in the mid lane as well when the Orianna starts coming online and hitting level 11, able to get massive shockwaves out, and the Fiora with the split pushing monster that she is, paired with the J4 to help her with these top lane gangs. I just believe that if the execution does come through, the natural selection will actually pick this game up and close it out in a 2-0 series.
One can only hope, and that'd be the best case scenario for both teams here. You know, nobody likes to go home with a tie at the end of the day. It's all about taking home that dub.
Absolutely.
It's the twos here, and it's either you tie. It's the best case scenario here for the Bandle City Elite is that they get this tie and they don't go home with an L tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And that plays into the mental fortitude here. ESDL has put some resources on these players' backs, allowing them to experience a full mental fortitude training exercises to, make them more tilt-proof, allow them to really, focus on what's in front of them. Because you're right. They don't have the chance for a dub. They can only get the tie now. So I want to see what the mental fortitude is from this Bandle City Elites. Will they be able to bounce back? They've done themselves step one right. Get an easy to execute composition, just play safe and play, how you're supposed to, and then you can start worrying about, are you going to be able to get the win or not? First is get an easy to execute draft.
Very much so, and I really think that the most important thing here for both bot lane and top for this Fiora is that they both focus on farming here. It's just at the difficulty level that they are playing, it's a lot better for them to have the gold advantage considering the fact that they're a higher skilled champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm really hoping to see this Fiora. I love seeing highly skilled champions play against brain-broken ass champions that are super easy to play. And it makes my year.
It's like, oh, you press 7 buttons with your APM? Let me press the R and just do true damage to you. Is that okay?
Right, and that's the main thing is like I love watching people outplay people with champions that actually take skill against these champions that take absolutely no skill.
Yeah,
It's my
absolutely.
favorite thing to watch. Astro Nautilus.
More astronaut skins dropping either this patch or patch 10.12.
10-12 is when they confirmed it. Yep.
10.12, we got astronaut Bard. What does Nar get one as well, I believe?
Nar, I have it written down. Where'd my piece of paper go? Here it is. Okay. I actually have an official piece of paper for this. Okay.
Ooh.
Astronaut Nautilus, Astronaut Nar, Astronaut Poppy, and the other one we said.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah. And the ADCs are getting buffed. Plus the Cloud Drakes are getting buffed as well. So that's going to be a super interesting casting time when 10-12 comes out.
Yeah, they're getting buffed again because they already got the health buffs here, didn't they?
Correct.
And then they get more buffs as well. They're still trying to do more. I believe they're dialing down the health a little bit, so you still get the 30 to start with, but then it goes from 5 health per level to 2 health per level.
Correct.
And they're putting some different stats, just changing that up a little bit.
Correct. And the main thing for this patch and next patch is that the devs are trying to make Predator a usable thing for all lanes instead of just the jungle and being broken.
Yeah, letting the supports have some more engaged potential. But now we are set here. Game 2 is loaded up. This is a match again between Natural Selection on the red side and Bandle City Elites on the blue side. Will Natural Selection be able to close this series out and make it a clean 2-0? Or will Bandle City Elites have the mental fortitude to still pick up the tie and not fall too low in the standings?
You know, what would be super interesting is seeing a Blitzcrank with Predator, because after his W wears off, he's super slow, but if he pops Predator, that's super interesting.
Why would you do that to me? Why?
Just imagine that, like a support main.
I don't want to imagine it.
do.
There are so many things that I don't want to imagine, and that's one of them. Yeah, there we go. Fix that camera, boy. You got so excited with your milk and cookies, you're knocking stuff over.
Yeah, I see that. I'm like, I need my milk and cookies. My milk is gone. I'm out of milk. The cookies are gone.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible, but still a standard team start here for both teams. They just want to get the bot lane leash for their respective junglers here, getting the portraits corrected so that way everybody knows where everybody is going. If it wasn't already obvious, but that's okay. I do what I can to help out my fellow my viewers here.
You know, I'm a sucker for skins, and I really think that it's the funniest thing to watch that Fiora's pool noodle hit people.
Just pew 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 pew. It's like, does it really do damage though? It does. It actually it hurts a lot.
I love how realistic the game made it though, to where it's not just like straight and stiff. It actually like swings and like bends when she swings it.
Oh, a little bit of an engage going on. Caitlyn actually caught out here. This is the power of the Ashe slows. Are we going to see a flash forward to get the auto? You could have gotten it, Ashe, but ooh, Caitlyn actually saving her heal. That was a massive trade in the bot lane.
I think that was really smart, though, on Ashe's part not to flash for that kill. Yes, it would have put her ahead, but I feel like it's a lot more important to keep those sums, especially early game, for these little matchups.
Agreed, agreed. Fiora hitting level 2 here first, but not able to find the damage onto the Garen. That's because Garen has one ability. It's called Silence on his Q, and that's all he needs for Fiora. Now, Caitlyn.
So close.
I know.
Close.
So very close. And now Caitlyn doesn't have the ability to farm in this lane. She has to stay back so far.
This Morgana's hitting all of her stuns for the most part.
Yeah,
weird sitting there like that.
Yeah. Oh, and that's probably why we have a little bit of a disconnect here. Reto's servers are a bit of an issue right now. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic, everybody wants to play a game, and they all chose to play League, so the servers are having a little bit of a meltdown here. It's difficult for players to remain connected to the games, but hopefully did reconnect. Just waiting for the ready checks to come through here.
Let's take this time to look at the CS so far here.
13-5, so Ashe is, with that pressure that Morgana was able to generate level 1, she's able to bully Caitlyn out. And usually Caitlyn doesn't get bullied, but in this case she's getting bullied.
And we're back.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Garen spinning the wind, and the parry is going to come out, and that's going to be a lot of damage onto the Garen. Fiora is still even in health, but does want to go in with the parry. No flash forward, but ult ignite using. That's going to be first blood. Actually, Garen is able to turn it around and get a huge kill on his Fiora. He pressed 2 buttons. The tower was able to get some damage onto the Fiora, and just used Q and silence, and it was over.
Very much so, and that's really unfortunate for the Fiora here. She's about to go back in, and
she wants to go back in. The pop is used. Oh my goodness, that's so much damage with the minion aggro coming out as well. Garen, are you going to pick yourself up a second kill here? I will. Oh yes, he is. Oh yes, he is. Oh yes, that's 2 kills onto the Garen, and now we see how much easier it is to execute Garen. You have a couple abilities. They all do very straightforward things, and now Fiora is going to not have any lane pressure whatsoever, but Ashe trying to make a way over it. Binding is going to land onto the knowledge, so that will be some auto attacks coming out. Ashe walks into a trap, so it's going to dissuade that engage from going on any further.
Still a quiet mid lane. These mid lanes are very quiet between these two teams.
Yeah, they don't like going on too much, but there is some to be trading happening as well with the dot slowly ticking down onto the Orianna. I had a tender bite from Jax Links. It's like a little bit of a beef teriyaki when that first blood came over. So I was like trying to juggle that and then still talk about the first blood action that was happening. It was very difficult for me to do.
We see a gank coming in here. Malzahar and Yi are pushing in mid. Both junglers and mid laners are together in the mid lane right now. Garen rotated down for the possible pick as well, but ended up turning back. He's going to recall to buy some items.
With that power he has, I mean, so easy to do so. Now, Fiora still is starting to even out that farm lead, but down 2 kills. She's not going to have a lot of agency.
Never mind where you ought to turn around. I was going to say, it looks like we have a mid-jungle gank down towards bot lane.
But she just wanted to go pick up the wave. She was trolling everybody. She made us think things that we were thinking, but then we thought about them, and then it turns out that's not what we were thinking.
Very true.
And now Caitlyn able to even up in farm, now 30-31, but the binding does land, but Master Yi is here. Flash having to be used, and Black Shield going onto the Ashe to keep her safe. So Ashe played a little bit too aggressively there. Nautilus still trying to move forward here. Is he going to be able to land the hook? Yes, he is, but it's not going to mean anything because his teammate is not here. Binding is landing as well, and that's a lot of damage going back onto the Nautilus. Exhaust used. Master Yi is here. Heal used as well to keep the Ashe alive, having to flash away from the tower because that's going to be a lot of damage going on to him. And Ashe will stay safe enough to be able to live that gank that Master Yi had.
You know, it seems that Team Natural Selection's being pretty strong here between these trades and the damage output, but they fell behind in top lane with that 2-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. They did. It's just, and I would have liked to see the focus switch to Caitlyn in that last part of the bot lane dive, because Caitlyn lived with only like 50 or so HP. Just a couple more autos, and that would have been a kill picked up. But Fiora does want to fight the Garen under tower, but look at how much damage comes out. He is level 7, able to execute Fiora under her tower. Whoa.
Unfortunately, that top lane is over.
Yeah, the Sheen picked up there. It doesn't matter anymore. Fiora's just going to have to... She didn't even get to sit under her tower. Garen killed her under it, so we're going to need J4. Or Fiora's going to be looking for J4 to... save him.
69 says, out of curiosity, what elo are casters?
What elo are the casters? Oh no! Here it comes. I am actually a gold 2 ADC right now.
I'm silver 3 mid lane.
Yeah, Street Boy is absolutely killing it here. And he was the one onto the Jax as well in the last game, right? No, Jax was on Deity.
Jax was on Bandle, I think, right?
Yeah. Jax, no, because the Kali was Bandle. right? No, Akali was not. See, this is how badly it is when we get trolled, but we do have some action going on here in the bot lane. Malzahar ultimate is going to catch out the Morgana, having to flash away to get to safety there. Black Shield coming in to save a little bit of the damage, but now the Master Yi is making his way over here. Flag and Drag and Cataclysm used. That's going to be Master Yi going into Alpha Strike, but surely will eventually fall. Caitlyn coming over here as well. That's going to be a lot of dot pressure going on to the J4, who will live with chugging the potions, and that is going to be Caitlyn having to use her flash away to get away from the auto attack slows that's coming out. Nautilus is going to land his hook onto the Ashe. Exhaust is coming down, not doing a whole lot of damage, and that will be kill picked up onto the Malzahar, taking down the Ashe.
Great play by Jarvan there. The flash out was amazing. He got out of that situation. I did think that the Space Aids were going to catch up to him, but they did not.
Yeah, the refillable potion did keep the J4 alive. And now Fiora wants to go in as well, just basically being over-aggressive. She doesn't have the ability or the items to fight this Garen. I don't know why she thought she could.
It broke him down pretty well right there in return for little to no damage to herself.
Sure. That maybe have been a little bit of a win there. Absolutely. Now, let's think about this for a moment. We have a little bit of downtime. Who played Akali last game? It was Deity, because he was on Natural Selection, who did win that game, and they are now on the red side. So, the Jax early game is now being played by this Garen, who in the early game of game 1 just kept going in. The Garen pick works out so much better for a player like that who just wants to constantly be fighting. Makes it so much easier to actually have some presence in this top lane. But now we do see a little bit of a rotation going over to the mid lane. That is going to be Master Yi and Malzahar here. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to whiff, so that's going to dissuade that engage from going on any further.
Great great knowledge by that Ashe to know that the team was going to go in there and send her ult arrow up for the possibility of even landing it. It's always difficult to hit that far stun, but when it does hit, it's amazing. Yeah,
because it lasts so much longer the farther the distance it travels, so that would have been a dead teammates for sure.
You know, I don't think I'm liking this trade here. You know, blue to stay ahead, they're going to need this Dragon over the Rift Herald, but it looks like they're going to lose Dragon for Rift Herald.
Yeah, absolutely. But it looks like they just want to get a little bit more of that pressure. Maybe get the Dragon or the Garen ahead there in the top lane.
Very much so.
I wish I knew how to speak and say the right words at the right time, you know?
Right.
Now, Orianna winning the farm lead here, but that's a little bit helped up and boosted by the Malzahar creeps that he spawns. And Caitlyn's starting to being able to run away with his bot lane here. Ashe is just not able to get a whole lot done because there's so much pressure being focused. Rift Herald is going to be dropped here into the top lane, so that will be a lot of plates going over to Garen. They may be able to clean this up. Fiora's going to have to do something because she is fighting over tower. That's going to be top tower slowly but surely falling, but Garen is falling so low, and that's going to be shut down over to the Fiora. Is she going to be able to get the 2v2, the 2v1? Yes, she's going to be able to get the 2v1 under her tower, and now we have a fight going on to the bot lane. Morgana ultimate being used trying to get the lock up to Caitlyn. That's going to be a lot of damage going on onto the Nautilus, and that's a lot of slows. The Ashe is able to chase forever. Heal having to be using a little more extra movement speed. We see a pause coming out here just as the Morgana is about to take a tower shot. The support's game froze. Okay. Now I can breathe a little bit because that was so much action going on right there.
That Fiora came in big right there. Unfortunately, that Garen cannot auto attack when he's in his E, so he wasn't able to hit that last turret shot before it hit him.
But still, good on the Fiora to actually go back in and get some things happening for her. So she was able to get the double kill and the huge shutdown onto the Garen. So now she's going to have some agency. Now she already picked up the Tiamat. Is she going to be able to get her Ravenous Hydra and just continue from there? Or will she go Black Cleaver first? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. The ready checks are coming through, so should seeing the game unpaused very soon here. We apologize for the constant pauses here. It's not our fault, but we're still apologizing for it. Now that is going to be Morgana falling, but the heal used, and the Ashe will be able to get a return kill onto the Nautilus, so still consciously knowing what's going to happen there, but Morgana basically was going to die no matter what. I like this game. It's staying a lot more even than the first game. We're at 5 kills to 4. Gold lead only separating about 300 in the favor of Bandle City Elites now, who is the blue team, who I have solidified in my head is the blue team. The top tower just needs a little bit of a tickle, and it will surely fall. standing at only, what, 80 health. So, yes.
Very much so. Oh, yeah, that he can walk.
Oh, Malzahar is going to be able to land his ability with the damage going through. That's going to be Flash Away used on the Orianna. Flash forward from the Malzahar. Yes, and that will be enough damage. So 1v1 solo kill in the mid lane picked up here for Malzahar.
A summoner has disconnected.
And we see another pause because Morgana has left the game. She is restoring her client, as they say. So let's
Summoner has reconnected.
Take some questions from the hotline.
let's take some questions. We have some members in the chat here. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm curious to see, if there's anything out there. Any of y'all want to know about the games, about the casting, about me, about Apsxs. Why he spells his name that way, but it pronounces it Apsxs.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey.
If the chat wants to know, the chat wants to know. So
Right, but you don't have to give my ideas.
they're good ideas. What do you mean?
Okay, well, maybe we can ask Faoline why he has an O in his name.
Why wouldn't there be an O?
Let's see. Who is up right now? We're not playing baseball.
No, not playing baseball, but Garen does want to go in onto this Fiora. Is able to get the turret falling now. That's going to be no help there. Parry used at a perfect time, and that's going to catch out the Garen. That surely was going to be dead, ultimate used, but still Fiora playing that perfectly well, parrying the exact moment the silence was going to come through.
What did I say earlier about Fiora?
That she is more difficult to use.
Correct. Just kind of making it look easy after coming back from a 3-0 lead from that Garen.
Yeah, I mean, it was really a huge misplay in the top lane by the Master Yi and the Garen in that tower dive that got her back into the game. And that's what you're supposed to do when you're behind. You capitalize on the mistakes of your opponents, able to get that full capitalization, and now she's starting to play this game properly.
Who's up right now? Bandle City Elites technically had the lead, the gold lead right now on 1 kill advantage, but the Dragon is in favor of natural selection, so it's pretty solid and even right now. Now, no really telling who's up. Any MVP you would have for the last game?
The last game? Sivir, 100%. She was able to do so much damage.
I'm going to go Syndra for holding it in there and putting out the backline.
You can't choose a person who they
I
lost last game.
I don't care. It's my MVP in my book.
They lost. How can you be the most?
Okay, then Kayn. Sorry. Kayn's jungling was very well.
Oh, that's so. You know what? If that's the only announcement you have for that, I'm gonna say that Sivir gets the MVP because you got to provide more sustenance. She did so much damage in those team fights and was able to stay properly in the back line. The rest of her team, like Akali and Kayn, were just trying to dive the back line. That's what they do. It's so easy.
That's what Kayn had to do. Correct. He had to get in there and land that first knock up in order to engage that team fight.
Oh, so you're saying that Kayn doing his one thing that he was supposed to do is worthy of MVP status now?
Yes, and the continuous farming to keep his farm up, unlike the Warwick, and carrying the game in the beginning to the point where the Sivir
farming in his own jungle when the team is trying to siege in the mid lane. Yes, you know what? I agree. I'm switching my vote. It's still Sivir, though.
No, it's not. You just said you switched your vote. It's Kayn.
I was trolling.
I don't care. You said it.
It's on stream. We know
Sivir
it.
did very well, though.
Yeah, but now Fiora's going to have help here. The J4 is making his way into the top lane. It's going to be flag and drag used. Flash forward. Cataclysm is going to land, and Fiora's want to get out of that so she can walk around and get the vital procs. That's going to be enough damage, and Fiora is now starting to turn the tide on this Garen, really showing her prowess on the champion.
3-0 to 4-3 in a matter of 5 minutes.
How did that happen? Oh, I know how it happened. I already said how it happened because that top lane dive, though.
Top lane dive. Forgot that one mistake, that one missed auto click on that tower, and started focusing on that kill more than anything, and it made him suffer the whole fight.
That is true, but it was a tower that had plate still and 80 health, but that doesn't matter. You want to go in onto this Orianna. Shockwave going to be used to be able to try and get into safety, but no ultimate coming out from the Malzahar will be enough to take down the Orianna, who is not having a very fun game. It's not a gentleman's agreement anymore. They want blood in the mid lane.
So we have Garen blaming his backlashes on the pauses maybe here.
He's not happy with the pauses coming out. But you know what? Sometimes you have to do
like 1's okay every now and then, but like 4, you know, that could get irritating a little bit.
It is a little irritating. That is for sure. But Fiora trying to make her way over to the mid lane here. Now that she's taken that tower, wants to try and get something else done on the map because she knows she actually has a ticking time bomb on her. Because she is just basically a split pushing monster, not really suited for team fights. And there's going to be an Infernal Dragon up, so that means it will be either Mountain Soul or Ocean Soul, which will still be a great dragon. Now, Master Yi might be caught out a little bit too much here. There's going to be Alpha Strike, but it's just delaying in the inevitable, and that will be a kill. Another one going over to Fiora, who's now 5-3. Exhaust coming onto the Morgana, who's going to use Ultimate and Flash, lock her down. Ashe is going to come out and Flash as well, and that's going to be Nautilus caught up too much. Nautilus uses his ult to try and dissuade a little bit, but the binding is going to be able to land, and that's going to be Slows coming in onto the Ashe as well, so Nautilus eventually will fall. But Malzahar making his way over here. I don't know if they had the damage. He'll have to be used. What's going on? And that will be Nautilus finally falling. He was incredibly tanky for that.
You know, I kind of want to go back on stream and look at that Ashe arrow. It looked like it completely missed.
The hitbox is very generous. That's going to be a flash forward onto the Garen, actually picking up the kill. Ignite coming down as well. Want to pick up this Morgana, who surely will fall. But no, Fiora is here to help her teammate. That's going to be Black Shield, not able to save him from the Garen ultimate. Malzahar ultimate being used as well. That's Fiora falling very low. Flash forward, getting the healing proc from her ultimate. Master Yi wanted to go in as well. Does he have the damage for this? I don't think he does. I think he's going to an Alpha Strike to delay the inevitable, and that's going to be Caitlyn ultimate coming out too. But Fiora going huge in these fights here with these low skirmishes.
Fiora has gone from 0-3 to 7-3 in a matter of 10 minutes.
Bruh, she hasn't died since she got the first kill. This is incredible. Incredible. And the Malzahar is able to land the key ultimates, but I don't think it much matters anymore now. Fiora is so strong with Ravenous Hydra, now working her way over to a Nashor's Tooth, building that Stinger. No, sorry, that's going to be Trinity Force. She's got the Sheen, so that's going to be a lot of damage coming out from Fiora here. Rift Herald now being picked up as well, so they're looking to push this lead even further. Once they take bot tower, then all 3 outer towers will be down for natural selection.
I'm still in love with this pool noodle skin.
You can't get over it. It's just whipping around, doing damage and all this stuff. Like, imagine if you were like going for a pool party and you see Fiora there with little noodle. You're like, I don't want to play anymore.
Right.
Teleport going to be used here from the Malzahar, wanting to get a little bit of damage onto the Fiora there. Not able to find it, but there's a lot of rotation coming down here from Bandle City Elites here, trying to collapse onto the Fiora and the Morgana, who will be able to get the safety under their tower. Orianna is now fighting the Garen, who has low health, so it needs to be careful because the J4 is behind him. But it looks like they're just going to try and pick up this top tower here. Rift Herald is dropped, so they want to get it all the way down to the inhibitor if they can. Caitlyn is not going to be able to defend it, but Garen making his way over here. Ashe needs to be really careful because Garen is now here. The Silence is going to come out, but great flag and drag to be able to disrupt the Garen. That's going to be a lot of auto attacks coming out. Ashe should surely be able to pick that up. Yes, she will. Caitlyn does have the damage onto the Ashe, so needs to be able to run away. The ultimate will come through, but not able to land the damage. But great flag and drag awareness from J4, able to catch out that Garen. But Master Yi, is he able to find this Ashe just in time? Yes, he will. Oh no, he misses it. He wasn't paying attention to his screen, and Ashe gets away scot-free. I'm sure the booty hole was clenching.
Huge mistake on Master Yi's part there.
Yeah, clearly walked in the bush, saw that she was there, just had to press a button, you know? We have another pause because Morgana is frozen.
Morgana seems to be having some toaster heating issues.
The toaster is overheating, unfortunately able to get that under control. But now, Natural Selection now has themselves a 4,000 gold lead. Sorry, almost a 4,000 gold lead for themselves. Dragon's going to be spawning in 2 minutes.
Garen said, this is confuzzling my noggin.
This is confuzzling my noggin. Let me see here. I need to turn you up. Apparently, people cannot hear you well enough, so I need to fix that. How do I do that? Okay, so that's going to be there. Can we pop this back in? Just like, look at my hair. It's so nice. There we go. Say something. Apsxs, are you here? Are you my friend?
I am here. Yes, I am.
Oh, that's too loud. That's too loud. Just a little bit.
Hang on. What do you mean it's too loud?
It was red barring. Oh, I'm red barring. I need to turn myself down a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm still new. Thank you for the feedback to tell me to turn Apsxs up because people want to hear his amazing analysis as well.
Correct.
Yes.
I matter.
You matter so much.
You know, because it'd be boring here without me.
Yes, it would. Morgana has left the game again, but Ash is going to try and go onto this Garen.
Yeah, I think we're done calling timeout for now.
Yeah, I don't know how many more you get, but there is going to be a rotation made over here to the bot side. Master Yi wanted to come in. Pause has come through as Morgana reconnected on the client.
Do I need to like sub in? Do they need me like sign into her account and just sub in?
Like what needs to happen here in order for things to happen? You know,
Right.
We just want the regular game. You know.
I think we might see a surrender coming in here. Caitlyn throwing the toaster through the window to get better internet service.
Having to go to the gas station to refill the internet card to get the more minutes on that thing because apparently it's not coming through.
Load up the toaster and head to McDonald's.
Yep, I could see it happening. Load up the toaster and head to McDonald's, get the value menu. You know, I remember back in the day, and this is going to age me for sure, but I remember back in the day when double cheeseburgers used to be only $1. 2 pieces of cheese, 2 patties, and a nice toasted bun. Now that thing is like almost $2, and it's so sad. J4 coming in here now, going to land the Cataclysm, but a good flash away from the Master Yi. Fiora is here as well, is going to get the damage with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Is going to land onto the Morgana, onto the Garen. That's going to be 1,000 gold shutdown. Will eventually fall to the J4 coming in here with a Flag and Drag. Great. Malzahar ultimate being used as well to try and lock down some of the opponents, but still not going to be enough. That was a huge shutdown over to the Garen, who picked up the bounty of 700 on Fiora.
You've been exposed in chat. They were claiming that you were bald. I think you're going to have to show us now.
I'm not bald. Literally yesterday, I was on stream with a full, massive, gorgeous head of hair. I have not done it today, which is why the hat is here. But for the viewers, here comes all the glorious hair that is not.
I haven't seen this.
Look, it's here. There's no balding whatsoever. I mean, it's.
Oh wow!
Wow.
You do have hair.
I have lots of hair. What do you mean? You casted with me when I had hair. What?
Yeah, I've never seen you without your hat on though. Most times I've casted, you had your hat on.
No. I had my hat on when we casted. No.
Yeah,
No.
We casted the flat match.
We casted the championship match. I had
with your hat on.
I had the no. Did I?
You had a Team Liquid hat on because I realized, like, I recognized it when I seen you on stream. I was like, oh, he's wearing the same hat.
I'm so sad. I could have sworn. Well, anyways, you know what? We have a dragon fight coming out here. Morgana binding is going to land onto the Master Yi while the ward is being cleared out here. This is Ocean Dragon, so that means that we will get a Mountain Dragon. So if we can get the perfect Quadra trifecta, the dragon is falling very low. Not all of us are going to be able to land. That is going to be Morgana going into the zone after popping the ultimate, so it is going to be able to do a lot of damage. The Fiora coming here with her ultimate as well. Malzahar wanting to lock down some opponents, but is unable to find the kills. Ash is just free-firing on the backline. Arrow is going to land, so that's going to stun up a lot of people there, but the heal is going to be used to keep her safe. But that is a 4-for-1 in favor of natural selection.
Maybe looking at a hot 2-0 here, just like in that last Division Championship series.
Yeah, the one where I definitely wasn't wearing a hat.
You were wearing a hat.
I don't believe.
I will go back to VOD.
I'm going back to the VOD like right now. Like I'm looking it up on YouTube. I'm going to my channel right now as we are in a pause. We have the time to do it. Division A Championship match. Put the video on mute. I'm right here. What is this? Yes, I have hair in the Division A Championship match.
Dude, you were wearing a hat.
Katarina Wine Mixer, Team Solo Legends. I'm literally looking at myself right now on the VOD with glorious hair. Rylan and Apsxs are my co-casters. What is this? No. I'm putting it on stream. I'm gonna put it on stream real quick, just for you guys. Oh, hold on, wait. The game has started back up, so we don't have time for this.
We will discuss this after the game.
We will discuss this after the game. We will settle this debate. But right now, Apsxs is doing a lot of auto attack damage to the Baron. It's only 3 people here at 22 minutes, so not a whole lot of damage is going to come out fast enough. But Bandle City Elites is no wiser to the Baron being taken here for natural selection.
Yeah, this is a very, very crucial thing as well, and it doesn't seem like, I mean, almost a 7K gold lead here, a 7.1K gold lead here for Team Natural Selection, and it's, you know, it's looking pretty over here. But like I said that last time, and we've seen what happened between the two teams, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Caitlyn is just constantly being disconnected. Morgana is constantly being disconnected, so it's a little bit of a sad thing to see. But even still, Ashe last game playing the Sivir, the left back is the summoner name here, was able to do a lot of damage on the Sivir, now able to do a lot of damage on the Ashe here, so showing a lot of competency in this ADC role.
Very much so. And I really think that this push right here could be the final push here. If they group into mid lane, they do win this team fight, especially with the Baron buff on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Ashe is going to have to be safe walking forward here. Does not have QSS available, and the Malzahar ultimate is on a very low cooldown, so it's going to have to be timing that perfectly before she just walks forward so casually. J4 wanted to go in, get a Cataclysm down, and Fiora is here to get a lot of the damage going down. Garen will surely fall. J4 is going to be able to pick up that kill, but the Malzahar's ultimate going to be used here onto the Orianna, going to lock her down. Ashe ultimate landing onto the Malzahar, but the passive was available, so that's still going to be a living Malzahar, but eventually Orianna will fall. Not having a very good game at 0-3-11. Feels bad, man. Okay, now the Baron buff minions are making their way over to this tier 2 mid lane tower. Ashe putting out her slows with the volley here. Tower surely going to fall in just a moment here. Ultimate is not available for the Malzahar, so they have the agency to go here. That's going to be a kill picked up as well. Master Yi will surely fall, but also as well, look at Caitlyn landing the traps and doing the damage. That's going to be ultimate coming out as well, but Ashe will block it for her top laner. But Caitlyn's starting to come online here now.
This Caitlyn and this Fiora both picked it up majorly. I mean, the Fiora only dying 1 time out of 9 kills in the past 20 minutes of the game. You got Jarvan sitting 5-0 with a huge gold bounty, and as well as this Ashe. I mean, these kills on Fiora, Jarvan, and Ashe, one good team fight in favor of the Bandits to put them back in the game for sure.
Absolutely. You should adjust your mic to where it doesn't fall away from your face, because it's like all wishy-washy with your volume, my guy.
My bad.
You got to keep it up here so the people can hear, so they can hear the things that are happening. But anyways, now we got back into the game here, where I am wearing my hat, even though I am not bald. Now the Ashe is going to go in here on this Caitlyn with the Baron buff minions. Garen making his way over. This is a bit of rotation. Ashe is actually caught out. Having to use Flash early is not going to be able to do enough, but will the Orianna be able to save her? Uses the ultimate on the Ashe, completely whiffs. Showing a little bit less experience onto this champion here, but Ashe is going to be able to live. Orianna sacrificing herself, knowing that the 400 gold bounty was on the Ashe.
You know, this dragon here, when this dragon comes up, if Bandits can take this dragon.
Oh, but the flash forward Cataclysm from the J4, one of the land the damage is going to be able to pick up the kill onto the Garen, and Master Yi going to have to limp back to his base. But yes, just as you were saying, the dragon is coming up, and that's going to be Ocean Soul.
This Ocean Soul is not going to make it any easier for this team. Unfortunately, this is looking like an easy 2-0 for Team Natural Selection in my prediction here. I mean, the Soul is going to play a huge role if they get the Soul, and I don't know if it's comebackable. This Fiora's smacking people with their pool noodle, and Jarvan's poking people with a stick, and, you know, things are looking a little down here.
Yeah, and Ashe has arrows made of pure ice, so that's slowing everybody down. They're just having a bad day. Not as bad as we are with this COVID-19 pandemic, but still bad enough with this cold coming out.
I think the easiest way to fix Caitlyn's client is to put the toaster in the freezer while you're playing.
To keep it from overheating. You know, I used to have a really terrible computer back when I played RuneScape of all games. I still play RuneScape from time to time, the old school version, obviously. But it would overheat, so eventually I took like one of those big fans, you know, and just set it to the side of my computer and opened up the side of it so that way all the air could just go right into it. Never had to shut down again. But now, Garen using his ultimate a little early onto the Orianna, but still eventually will fall with the Judgment being able to use here. J4 has the Guardian Angel, but isn't going to be able to get away from these two, from the sticky Nautilus. Oh my goodness, he actually has the damage. Might actually be able to outplay this 1v2 here. Looks like he will be able to catch it up. Fiora is here now to dissuade the engage going further, but Flag and Jack going to be used onto the Garen. Bloom Plant is available here, but is unable to get it, and Smite will actually finish up the kill here onto the Garen for the Jarvan.
Jarvan is absolutely dominating this jungle this game, and Ball the lanes here. 7-0, 700 gold. We're looking at a 1.4k bounty and a good team fight for Bandle City.
Yeah, absolutely. The only member not to die here, but Malzahar actually might be caught out here with the Ashe ultimate. Is going to land, but unfortunately, the heal comes through cleanly, and that's going to be, Master Yi is still going to be picking up the Ashe here to getting a $1,000 gold shutdown on himself, but the mid inhibitor will fall thanks to the efforts of Fiora and Morgana.
That pool noodle just doing absolute damage.
Pew, 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 pew. I think that's the sound a pool noodle would make, or maybe a little bit more like...
I think your younger cousins that own a pool would understand the dominance and damage that a pool noodle can actually do after a certain amount of time being hit with it.
Yeah, absolutely. See, I am the oldest in my generation of my family, so I dominated everybody with pool noodles, but this is going to be Fiora. Might actually be caught here. The ultimate is going to be able to pop for the Fiora, going to have a lot of healing, but the Garen is able to do a lot of tanking, and the Master Yi, this is a full 1v3. Is she going to be able to fall? The Garen eventually will fall, yes, but that's going to be too much damage. Oh my goodness, Fiora, how much healing do you actually have? J4 is here. He's going to be able to save the teammate. No, shutdown does come through onto the Master Yi, but eventually... that still is going to be a 1-for-2, so Fiora staying alive for such an incredibly long amount of time.
I think Caitlyn might have rage quit after that one. I don't think her toaster... Oh, no.
No, it's just the toaster. It's fine. J4 is still the only member to not die in this entire game. What a great showing. He'll have my MVP vote if they do manage to win this game, which looks like they will. The Malzahar ultimate is going to be able to land, doing a lot of damage, but still Flash Away having to be used, and that is going to be... J4, legendary in this game, now 9-0, picking up this top lane inhibitor.
And this is going to be an easy 2-0 for Team Natural Selection here as they secure the Baron.
Yeah, absolutely. The Toaster, unfortunately, is just doing too much work in the favor of Natural Selection.
Very much so, and it looks like they're going to take this Baron with ease. Ashe's ultimate's coming in here. Ultimate or auto attacks came in very handy there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jarvan's falling back to go steal the enemy red while the minions do what they do best.
Yeah, the Winions, as they say.
I think it's good. I think they should just call it right now. It's already over. I mean, there's no need for more pausing. We all know.
Yeah, a little bit of confusing. Garen typed GG, but there is no surrender coming up, but there is a pause. Caitlyn trying to fix the toaster one last time.
Unfortunately, I think one of the HDMI cables is fried. Might want to throw some bagels in there, maybe a toaster strudel or two.
A toaster strudel.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a toaster strudel come in. That sounds like it would actually be delicious.
Interview, Digman. Come on in, take a seat. Welcome to the office. Put your feet up.
Take some coffee. We have milk and cookies.
Can I interest you in some spoiled milk or a rotten egg?
Yep, this Fiora trying to get some more damage onto the Garen, who just walks away for free. Master Yi trying to get some farm, but the Natural Selection is just pushing into the base relentlessly. And a surrender vote has come out. That will be Bandle City Elites actually giving up, and it's a clean 2-0 victory for Natural Selection here.
We need an invite. Don't worry, gentlemen. Oh, I was removed from the party. Awesome.
Yeah, you're apparently you're not allowed anymore, but that's okay.
I completely understand. I would be mad if I had a toaster as well.
So you're giving him the Discord name. So we should get an interview here shortly. And now we'll get to catch up with, looks like Natural Selection. Is this the coach from Natural Selection? Is that what I'm seeing here?
I am not 100% sure.
You're just giving out your Discord name on my Twitch channel for anyone to see just because you want some more friends? Is that it?
I wasn't very popular in high school.
I understand. Neither was I. I played the trombone in the
Oh
marching
yeah,
band.
well, I wasn't even gonna talk to you then. See, I
Ooh.
played
You
Oh.
did what?
left back. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna add him into the call.
Is that left back? Is that who it is?
Yes, it is. Add. Okay, we are getting former God tier player and also somehow Discord friend of mine, left back.
He was your new friend that decided to leave, and I bet it feels bad. You know.
What is going on here? Oh, I gotta add him. I think I gotta send him a friend request. Hang on.
Okay. While you do that,
Gotta accept my friend request so we can interview. Thank you. Okay, cool. He accepted it. Okay, adding.
and I think just one interview will be enough if we can get some comments from the ADC here. Just waiting on the call to come in. Incoming call voice. Sure, I'll do that.
Alrighty.
We're here.
We are here. Can the stream hear us?
The stream can hear you.
Okay.
But left back is not here. Is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Okay, excellent.
I am here.
Alrighty. So left back coming in with the hot 2-0 right off the bat. How are you guys feeling right now?
I mean, for a team with 3 subs, I'm pretty happy after the week.
3 subs, really? So you guys played with 3 subs for the Southern Natural Selection?
Yeah.
So are you the original teammate then?
Yeah, I'm the only one that's been on this team since it was drafted.
Dude, wow. So then your top laner Fiora, was that a sub as well?
Yes, top lane Fiora was a sub. The only other person on the team, which it was their first time playing for the team and on the team, was our mid laner.
Okay. So take us a little bit back through game 1. You picked up Sivir, right? Because there was a little bit of confusion on which team was which. But you were able to have a lot of team fighting presence. Now your support, Nautilus, saved you so many times. Tell us a little bit about your mindset going in to game 2, knowing that you felt like you had the lead against the enemy bot lane.
Honestly, I felt my support was better than theirs, and it might have just been he had a good day or their support had a bad day. I'm not saying anybody's skillfully better, but he was playing really well, and their positioning was off a lot.
Sure.
And so whenever I saw we had an advantage, I'd say, okay, fight now, push. And it just worked out. Game 1, I don't like Sivir is a late game champion. I don't understand why I had so many kills early, but it just worked, and so I was okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
So-
Sivir. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, perfect question for you here. So, you have a substitute top laner. She had a rough early game, starting out 0-3, and went from 0-3 to 9-3 in 15 minutes.
Yeah, they towered over Fiora and she got a double kill, and you might as well have said GG then.
Very much so. I said the same thing. I'm a very big fan of watching mechanically skilled champions to play, bodying these easy champions to play. And I was very upset in the beginning when she was 0-3. I was like, damn it, man. I thought talent was going to exceed easiness here. And then sure as shit, her little wet pool noodle started doing damage. And you guys came back with the victory. And we actually brought you up halfway through the match. We really see your hard presence there in the ADC, making it difficult for any team to play against you because you're just an actual, like, naturally based ADC. You're always putting out damage. You always have a good KDR. Like, you're killing it in ADC.
It's funny because last week, Faoline actually streamed our game for EDSL, and the one person he brought in to interview was a sub for the week.
I felt so the Sakuto.
Yeah, he was our sub, and I'm not gonna lie, our whole team like watched the stream and we tilted on how just cocky he was.
I was dying laughing, actually. We casted a Division A championship 2 days ago, and we brought in the mid laner, and he was the sub as well. He's like, this is my first game with them, and we're champions?
you know, sometimes there's just a little bit of polishing that needs to happen from the ESDL website to be able to get like, who is who and who is subbing and all that stuff. That way we know. But specifically, Sakato Uchiha had a little bit of a special place in our hearts because, he was very feast or famine. And, sometimes things just happen. But still, he's not on your team anymore. Now this is the real natural selection, and you seem to have an incredible team. Kinda, but you are at least natural selection, and you seem to have a lot of team fight presence. Why did you pick Ashe in the second game?
There's a secret thing about ADC meta right now, and it's any champion that goes Blade of the Ruin King into Runaan's is secretly overpowered. Like in solo queue, all I've been playing is Ashe and Twitch, and I haven't lost a game in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it feels super good.
But it's not meta. It makes no sense, but it's just working, and so I'm okay with it.
So you just decided, hey, let's pick it up.
Well, and I've won. Last week on stream, I played Caitlyn into Ashe, and it was just a rough going. And Ashe solo killed me like 3 times. To the point I realized, okay, unless I full combo Ashe as Caitlyn, I'm not going to kill her ever. And it's 1-on-1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very much so. So do you have the possibility of drafting these people onto your team? Like, is that a thing? Like, are you able to make this your permanent roster? Like, would you be comfortable with doing that if the option presented itself?
So support role has changed 5 times. Our jungler couldn't show because he thought his grandma was having a heart attack, so hopefully she's okay.
Yeah,
he said he was fine. He showed up 5 minutes into the first game, and he's like, I'm so sorry. Our top laner we knew was going to be gone, and so maybe I'm okay with keeping them as subs if we need something. But
right.
I like my original team because I've actually practiced with them, and like these guys are subs. I haven't practiced with them. Nothing against them, but it's people I'm more used to playing with.
Understandable.
So there's a definite possibility, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. It's just if that comes time for that and it's needed, then yes, for sure.
Understandable. Alrighty, man. Well, we appreciate you coming here and talking to us. Like I said, hot 2-0 victory. Congratulations to you and your team, and I hope you can get your roles sorted out and everything like that. But great job to you guys, and congratulations to the team.
Thanks, man. Shout out to Fiora and my team for stomping it. Good job, boys. I know you're watching.
Shout out to my girlfriend for homemade cookies eventually.
Oh, yo, I'm in. Can I get some?
Yeah.
Bring the milk and you're in.
All right, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Bet. Things are happening. But again, to everyone watching the stream and watching tonight's game, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a clean 2-0 victory coming out of natural selection. We will be live tomorrow as well. That's going to be a hot game. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's going to be between 10 Death Power Spike and We Give Concussion. So stay tuned for that and hope to see you tomorrow as well.
And I will